On this week's episode of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 11, the category was, please make the editors regret giving you only 12 seconds on the runway. And these queens said, bet. Fashion crimes? Not tonight. Tonight, we are investigating. First degree serve. Let's begin. Sam Star walked out looking like the patron saint of expensive brunches. It's giving Greek mythology. It's giving Las Vegas Caesar's Palace. It's giving, I personally know Zeus. The black velvet bodice paired with the embroidered gold skirt is stunning. And can we discuss the white fringe? Every step looked like the dress had Wi-Fi reception. Meanwhile, she's holding what looks like celestial jewelry. Girl, did you rob the Met Gala? The silhouette is gorgeous. The styling is polished. The makeup, as sharp as Michelle Visage's critiques. And honestly, Sam Star has figured out something dangerous. Sometimes you don't need to reinvent fashion. You just need to wear it better than everybody else. Rating 9.5 out of 10. Would absolutely trust her to steal the Declaration of Independence. Silky walked onto this runway looking like every Oscar trophy melted together into one fabulous woman. This dress is dripping, literally. Beads, chains, gold, more gold, even more gold. Girl, Fort Knox called. They like their inventory back. The silhouette hugs perfectly. The movement is beautiful. The hair is enormous, as it should be, because if you're wearing 15,000 pounds of sequins, your weight better be visible from outer space. Silky wasn't wearing a dress. She was wearing wealth. If somebody bumped into her backstage, they would have owed taxes. Rating 9.8 out of 10. The IRS is currently reviewing this garment. Okay, let's address the fish in the room. Because Dawn didn't come dressed as a mermaid. She came dressed as the entire Ocean's LinkedIn profile. This is insane! Blue makeup, coral textures, shell-inspired armor, a giant sculptural silhouette. There are sea creatures. There are textures. There are approximately 17 ecosystems happening under that skirt. National Geographic is taking notes. This isn't drag. This is marine biology. Somewhere, David Attenborough just whispered, magnificent. Honestly, this is why I love drag. Somebody wakes up one morning and thinks, what if I became climate change? And somehow it works. 10 out of 10. No notes. Only coral. Jasmine said, what if water, but make it couture? The colors blend beautifully. Blue into green. Green into turquoise. She literally looks like someone poured Fiji water into a blender with Disney magic. It's elegant. It's flowing. It's soft. She's giving Princess Ariel after therapy. Sometimes Drag Race fans forget, not every look needs to scream. Sometimes the pretty girl simply arrives, and that's enough. Rating 9 out of 10. Hydrated, moisturized, unbothered. Girl, what am I looking at? I mean that as the highest compliment imaginable. Crystal continues her lifelong mission to ensure nobody can ever accuse her of being boring. This looks like if Tim Burton, Lady Gaga, and an antique doll, and a haunted Build-A-Bear workshop had a baby. The makeup, terrifying. The silhouette, illegal. The textures, I don't even know what those are. And frankly, I respect the mystery. Crystal isn't interested in looking pretty. Crystal wants to permanently alter your brain chemistry. Mission accomplished. Ross Matthews probably spent 6 minutes trying to understand it. Michelle probably loved half of it. RuPaul probably just giggled, because that's what Crystal does. She creates confusion. Expensive confusion. Rating 9.8 out of 10. Therapists everywhere just got a new patient. Joey J said, I know all of you are wearing giant sculptures, but what if I simply hot and honestly respect. This purple ombre gown is gorgeous. The beading is beautiful. The proportions are clean. The silhouette is classic old school pageant glam. And that hair has its own zip code. You could lose your car keys in that updo. Simple, elegant, refined. She's giving rich widow attending her fourth husband's funeral, looking devastated while checking Zillow. Rating 9.4 out of 10. Sometimes less is really more, especially when less still costs $8,000. Hello? Who approved this level of fierceness? Akira walked out looking like the final boss of fire. Phoenix, molten lava, hot Cheeto couture, the capital from Hunger Games. Every feather moves, every color melts perfectly into the next. The giant bow? Ridiculous. Necessary. Perfect. She literally looks like she burst through the runway while yelling, I'm the special effect! If somebody told me she generated actual heat walking down the runway, I believe them. This is drag. Big drag. The kind that makes RuPaul lean forward in her chair. 10 out of 10. Somebody call the fire department. But not to stop her. To escort her. Dawn 10 out of 10. Mother Nature won Drag Race. Akira C. Davenport 10 out of 10. The runway is now a wildfire. Silky Nutmeg Ganache 9.8 out of 10. Looking like a billionaire's retirement plan. Crystal Methyd 9.8 out of 10. Nightmares, but make them couture. Sam Star 9.5 out of 10. Greek mythology with an unlimited Amex. Joey J 9.4 out of 10. Rich Widow Chic. Jasmine Kennedy 9 out of 10. Elegant enough to make water jealous. Episode 11 proved one thing. The runway's no longer a fashion category. It's an arms race. One queen became Poseidon. One became a phoenix. One became the entire United States gold reserve. One became whatever Crystal Methyd dreams about after eating spicy ramen at 2 a.m. And somehow, all of them made it work. RuPaul doesn't judge drag anymore. She judges whether your look deserves its own exhibit at the Museum of Modern Art. Until next time, remember, if your runway doesn't make Carson Kressley accidentally whisper, "What the hell?" under his breath, add more feathers.